Hello and welcome to Live in the Solution. I'm your astrologer and tarot card reader, Mary Trimble, here with your readings for September the 16th through September the 22nd. And we have a very interesting celestial sky with 3 significant events, and I'll get into that later on the astrology section of your reading. Thank you guys. I had so many new subscribers last week. I'm so excited. Thank you. I really appreciate you all. If you're returning, thank you for your loyalty and your support. I really appreciate that. And if you're new, I hope you enjoy these readings and you'll come back. Now, these are general readings for the collective, guys. So, take what resonates and leave the rest. And don't forget, these are for your sun, moon, and rising. So check out the other videos because maybe your rising sign might make more sense to you. If you would like a more personal, tailored reading, click on this link or go to the Show More section below in the description box. If you're looking at this on a phone, it's a little arrow pointing downwards. If you press that, you can see all the information. All the links to the other videos will be below. The links to my Facebook group will be below. You should join that. Every 2 weeks I do a live feed in Facebook, and we look, it's fun, we look at how the it's either the new moon or the full moon is affecting you personally. Which area of your chart does it affect you? So join my Facebook group. The link is below. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And please don't forget to like, comment. I answer every comment. And subscribe if you haven't already. And share. My short-term goal is get to 10K subscribers. That would be amazing. So, I want to quickly say these readings come in 3 sections. The intro, which is this part, the astrological report, which is next, and then the tarot report, the tarot reading, sorry. And there are skip times to each section so that you can, if you're checking out some moon rising, you can go straight to the video if you want, so you don't have to watch the astrological or the intro again. And another way, guys, to support this channel is through Patreon. I want to thank my patrons. Thank you so much. The link to that will be below. And without further ado, let's go to the astrology section, shall we? Hello and welcome to the astrology section of your reading, and we have 3 significant events happening this week, and we have some minor events that I'm not going to go into, but the big news is that Saturn stations direct. It has been retrograde since April, so we are going to feel a shift forward. We're going to be able to see our path forward and a practical way of getting there. Now, Saturn is the Lord of time. He rules time. So we need to bring in patience because things that our goals take time. To get to where we want to go takes time and effort. So we need to allow that time and honor that time to get there. We have had time to prepare things in Virgo, and now it's time for us to propel forward. Now, Saturn is also the planet of lessons. So we need to remember, we need to look at what we've done in the past and learn from it, not repeat mistakes. We will, Saturn a lot of people freak out about Saturn and say, oh no, Saturn. But Saturn actually steers us in the right direction. So what we sometimes consider blocks and things that are stopping us from going forward, this is Saturn saying, no, don't go there. Turn around and go in this direction. It's going to serve you better. So it's about slowing down, right? But it's also about putting the effort and the work into it, because we can't get to where we're going without hard work. And Saturn is about, getting your elbow grease in there, rolling up your sleeves and doing the work to get to where you want to go. And it's in Capricorn, in its home sign of Capricorn. So this is the earth sign. It's manifesting, right? It's going to help us. It's going to put rules and structure in place so that we can get to our goals. This is about limiting, it's about economizing, if you will. So we really have to look and kind of trim the fat. What is not working for us? This, Saturn's about purging, getting rid of what's not working for us anymore, having the courage to let that go. When we let that go, we will go forward faster. Maybe not as fast as we want to. So we really do have to practice patience during this time and honor the sense of time. So this really is about putting effort into it. But this wonderful grounding energy and this direction of going forward is going to, and I also want to mention that Pluto, which has been traveling along with Saturn through the sign of Capricorn, is also slowing down and getting ready to go direct, which will happen at the end of the month or the beginning of next month. That's a whole other story, so I'll go into that later. But we're feeling the effects of that change, transformation, and Saturn is, organizing things for us to go forward and to reach our goals. And we'll be able to see where we're going. Finally, we can see ahead and in practical terms. But we have to put the work in, as I said before. Now, that happens on Wednesday the 18th. Excuse me. And on the, let me just look, on the 21st, we have Jupiter in a challenging aspect, what we call a square in astrology, to Neptune. Now, Jupiter is the planet of abundance, more, expansion, spirituality, adventure. And I'm just looking here at the chart. And Neptune is dreamy, it's visionary, it is spiritual, it is a connection with the ethereal realm and creative, right? So this contentious aspect between the two, between Jupiter and Neptune, well, on the negative side of each planet, right? Jupiter can be addiction. It can be bigger, better, more of something that doesn't work for us. It can be overindulgence, overdoing lots of things. And Neptune is the planet of illusion, right? And on the negative side, delusion, also addiction, and not seeing things in the light, overdoing something, being overly optimistic. Jupiter is optimism too. It's being very optimistic. So Neptune can accentuate that and not see things in realistic terms. Now, going back to Saturn, Saturn's very realistic, so it could help with balancing that out. But we really need to remember that in our psyche. We need to remember that we can go off on tangents. We can be distracted by Neptune. Neptune can be a distraction. I can sit here and I'm planning my day, and before I know it, it's 2 hours later and I haven't got up and done anything because I've been in my head, on this dream with Neptune. So sometimes when this happens, I put alarms on my phone. I have to do this, and I give myself a 2-hour notice of what I have to do. And then when the alarm goes off, I have to go, oh gosh, yeah, I've got to get up and do that. So sometimes we have to do that to bring us back in. But if we have that awareness in our psyche that we can be distracted and we can go off, and we have to kind of ask our question, ask a question of ourselves. Okay, is this realistic? Because we have unrealistic expectations sometimes with Neptune, and especially with Neptune and Jupiter in this contentious kind of relationship. So it's something to be aware of. But on the other hand, you can really tap into creativity. You can, if you're a writer, if you're in the visual arts, whatever it is, or just to be creative, it's amazing for, optimistic, visionary goals to make those, and to do, write a novel, something fantastical and mystical. So it's really brilliant to tap into that energy, that source of energy while this is happening. Now, the next thing that is happening is, really it's not this week because this reading goes to the 22nd, but I'd be remiss not to mention that on Monday, the 23rd, the sun moves into Libra. It is the autumn equinox. So this is a huge shift in energy, and the sun is joining Mercury and Venus in Libra. So this, I'll talk about that next week, but I wanted you to know that. So also, happy birthday, Libra. Happy birthday. So we will discuss and talk about what's going on with that next week, because there are some other things going on. So yes, I want to also mention, where is it? I want to also mention at the same time, which I didn't mention as we were talking about it, at the same time that Saturn moves direct, it is in this beautiful trine with the moon in Taurus. Now, the moon in Taurus is in exaltation. It's it's expressing itself how it needs to express itself. It is creating security and helping Saturn. Saturn will help you see your way forward for security. It is a beautiful alignment between the moon and Saturn, so you can actually plan out and see what you need and what you want. And what will make you feel secure. And it's also a very nurturing energy. So it's really interesting that we have, I also want to mention before we go any further, that the Jupiter squaring Neptune can also bring in some fear of the future. And it can be unrealistic. It feels very real. So you can feel some anxiety. It's really important to meditate during this time. And also, and to remember that things aren't necessarily realistic. So it is about taking care of responsibilities, because Saturn's going to make sure that you take care of your responsibilities. It's going to be in our faces. We will need to take care of things that we've perhaps been putting on the back burner. But also is things that we need to take care of. So Saturn is showing us the way forward. And sometimes, especially with the Neptune and Jupiter connection, we will feel a little fearful and perhaps apprehensive about those responsibilities. But if we just get down and just do a little bit at a time and just take care of them, things will come out of this on top. Having taken care of our responsibilities, having lived up to our responsibilities. And that's us showing up for our lives. Okay, everyone. I wish you a wonderful, abundant week. And without further ado, let's go to your tarot card reading, shall we? Hello, Libra, and welcome to the tarot card section of your reading for September the 16th through September the 22nd. And what a week we have in store for us. And your birthday's coming up, Libra. You also have the sun moving into your sign on the 23rd. So that's next week, though. Right? And the autumn equinox, the change of seasons. Love that. Okay, no more shuffling. I can shuffle for hours. Okay, here we go. This is for Libra. For Libra, what wonderful gifts, guidance, blessings, and helpful information can you give Libra for this coming week? 3 cards for Libra, please. 3 cards for Libra. 3 cards for Libra. 3 cards for Libra. Oh, there's 1, 2. One more card for Libra, please. Oh, one more card for Libra. One more card for Libra. There it is. Finally, it happened for me right in front of my face, and I just couldn't hide it. Sorry. If you only knew the way I feel about you. Okay, these are clarifying cards for Libra. Okay. Oh, Spirit is here. My nose is going. These are clarifying cards for Libra. What wonderful gifts, guidance, blessings, and helpful information can these clarifying cards give for Libra for this coming week? Please clarify. Oh, one turned up. That's your card. Oh gosh, they're all going up. Okay. Please clarify. Oh, there we go. Lovely. And please clarify. Lovely. Okay, let's go to your cards, Libra. The first card out for you is the Four of Swords. Clarifying the Four of Swords is the world. Then you have the Six of Wands clarified by the Moon. And then you have the Five of Pentacles clarified by the Star card. You have 3 major arcanas coming in for you. So that is kind of change. Well, it's change for all of us, I think. There's a big shift in energy. The first card out for you is the Four of Swords. This is exhaustion. So when the Four of Swords comes in, it's a simple message. Get enough sleep. Are you not sleeping enough? Are you tossing and turning? This is like, are you burning the midnight oil, trying to work too hard? You are being told you've got to take care of yourself. You must sleep enough or meditate. Sometimes a 20-minute meditation is like a 3-hour nap. You've got to rejuvenate yourself, or you won't have the energy, either physical or mental, to go forward. So you must, this is kind of a warning, get some sleep. You know, drink enough water, hydrate, do all that stuff, you know, eat properly. And then clarifying it is the world. And the world is saying that you have an opportunity to take your life in a different direction. And if you do so, the universe will back you. God will back you. Spirit will back you. You can do the same old things and you'll get the same old results. But if you want something more, if you want something different, then do something different. Do something more. I just thought of Oliver. May I have some more, please? So, this is really and sometimes this comes up when it's time for you to, or when there's opportunity there for you to follow your life purpose. So this is something you've got to ask, which do you want to, this could be you changing careers or moving somewhere different. This is really taking a risk. This is taking a risk you've perhaps been thinking about for a while. You'll be backed by the universe. And look at this, you have the Six of Wands. This is celebration. This is you getting the accolades. This is you being celebrated. Perhaps you finished a project or something and your boss is praising you. But this is public praise. This isn't him taking you in the office and saying, you know, well done. This is like, you know, oh, Peter or Janet has done a really incredible job. Let's give her a hand, a round of applause. I mean, this is public accolades. I mean, it could be, and the winner and the Academy Award goes to, this is really being recognized for the work or the accomplishments that you've done. It can be, kids saying you're the best mom, dad, uncle, aunt, brother, sister, whatever it is. This is public accolades, and clarifying it is the moon. You're getting what you want. This is you're seeing yourself for who you are. You're seeing your future. You're feeling secure. You can see, you're feeling that that security is possible, that you can have a secure life. You're seeing the truth in a situation, and it is self-awareness. It can be self-awareness. So the moon comes in and kind of sheds a light, and things, when the moon is bright, you see things quite clearly that perhaps you haven't seen before. I know that this has been happening to me recently too. So you're seeing, I feel that you are seeing your potential and possibility of being great. I really do feel that for you, Libra. Now, the next card is the Five of Pentacles. Now, as opposed to this energy, right, being getting accolades and getting what you beat, feeling nurtured, feeling like you have a positive future, you are kind of perhaps subconsciously in deprivation. So you really have to look at that. This is like feeling deprived in some way. And I'm not getting, it's not deprived of love, because you are getting public accolades. You are being loved publicly. So this is definitely, you're feeling deprived materialistically. Abundance comes in many forms. And the antidote to this feeling, right, this cup half empty, this is a cup half empty. The antidote to this is gratitude. And honestly, when you start being grateful, little things, I'm so grateful that I have this glass of water in this blue glass, which is lead-free. I'm grateful I'm here. Little things. I'm grateful to have a cup of coffee in the morning. I'm grateful that this is a lovely day. I'm grateful that it's raining because it's feeding the, what you start practicing gratitude, and it becomes easier and easier. And then you find so much more to be grateful for. And before you know it, you're in abundance. Because the more grateful you are, the more things come into your life so the more gratitude you have, the more things comes into your life to be grateful for. Ugh, that was a tongue twister. I don't even know if that came out right, but you get the gist of it. And clarifying this, there's a healing coming in. This is going to be healed. This cup half empty is going to be healed. The star cards are deep healing, emotionally and physically. And light is spread where there was once darkness. It's very much like the moon. You're going to see things, like your path will be illuminated forward. This is a very auspicious. This is about showing you the way forward. And you can now look at your cup as half full as opposed to half empty. See the abundance around you. Be grateful for friends, for possessions, anything that you have. Be grateful. Gratitude will help you see your cup as half full. Libra, thank you so much for tuning in. Please don't forget to like this video, share it with friends, family, co-workers, neighbors, social media. Help me grow this channel to 10,000. I would really appreciate it. And comment. I always answer every comment. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. Mwah! I love you all, and I'll see you next week.